And we're back to some more Hamilton Tigers franchise mode in FHM 11. And in this one, we're just going to get straight into the year 13 regular season simulation, as this is actually in post commentary right now because despite the fact that I've been doing this for a very long time, I forgot to record an intro during the actual recording. So we're just going to get right into the year 13 simulation here. Ooh, Levshinov suspended for 3 games. Why is that? See, I would love to know why he got suspended here, game. So we're going to have to do some detective work here, going back into the game on September 29th against Minnesota. Okay. Illegal check to the head for 5 minutes. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so we're currently 5-5-1 on October 13th, and our power play is abysmal. Only 10% so far. Luckily, our penalty kill is really good at 91.2, but unfortunately, the power play is really struggling. So let's see what we can do about that here. All right, so here's our new lines for the power play. You have Yagi, Helenius, Frundell, Bjork on the point with DuPont, and then Florent, Vic, Kazda, Schaefer, and Levshinov. So we'll see what that does as we check out goaltending. Donovan Knapp, 9 games so far, has a .914 save percentage. So certainly doing much better than I expected him to out of the gate. We'll see if that holds up throughout the rest of the season. Hopefully it does, because that is a good save percentage so far for him. Unfortunately, Finn Warner, however, has an .893 in 2 games played. So Knapp definitely has the starting position at the moment. And actually, I think I'm going to switch Eichelberger to right wing, get Nielsen up on the 3rd line instead of Benefield, and then switch Carlson to the top 6. I'll see what that does as well. Spread out the screeners a little bit. there's a screener on each line now. So you have Frundell, Yagi, Vic, and Eichelberger as the screeners. So we will see what these lines do for our strategy. And I think we'll simulate the rest of October. All right, on November 1st now, we are 8-10-2. Not a good spot, unfortunately. 7th in the division, 18 points. We are quite a ways away from even the wild card, unfortunately. As Knapp doing a .906 save percentage in 15 games played, .902 for Warner. All right, let's see how are we doing on faceoffs. How our main guys doing? Vic with the 54.6%. That's good. Helenius with a 49.5. And then Koch with a 46.8. Who else is taking faceoffs? Carlson. He has the 43.2. Yeah, that's a problem. I think we're going to try Viggo Bjork at center. I think it's about time that we give this a try because he's got that 19 center rating, 16 for faceoffs, and we need something to go in our favor right now. And then I think we'll move Helenius to the 2nd line. Yeah, gonna definitely have to mix up the lines here a little bit. I think what this team is really missing is a dedicated playmaker, because you have Bjork and Helenius as perimeter shooters, Florence a 2-way forward, Frundell and Yagi are screeners, Kazda a power forward, Carlson's a counterattacking forward, Vic and Eichelberger screeners, Nielsen is aggressive forechecker, Benefield is an agitator, and then Koch, the lone playmaker with only 11 playmaker rating. So I think we either need to get someone out of free agency, like a playmaker who is by chance still in free agency, or we're going to need to make a trade. I mean, Michael Misa is right there in free agency. He did kind of struggle last year with Utah. Only 13 assists, 16 points in 74 games played. But that was also with very limited ice time. I would imagine he was on the 4th line. Misa, should we sign him, will probably be on our 1st line with the way I have it set up right now. Then, of course, we also do have Joe Miller and Artem Korolev, who are currently injured. But neither of them, I would say, are dedicated playmakers either, right? Like Miller's only got the 12 playmaker rating. He's more of a forechecking kind of guy. And then you have Korolev with the 14 playmaker rating. So he's good as a playmaker, but how would he compare to Misa as a playmaker? I think Misa would probably be the much better playmaker of the two. He's got that 19 passing, 18 puck handling, 17 offensive read. I think we're going to try to sign Michael Misa here if possible. So let's see what he wants. 4.25 for 3 years. Here's the thing, with Korolev and Miller coming back soon, we're going to have some salary issues if we do this. So we're going to have to move somebody. I'm also going to change Frundell's role to an up and down winger. I think he'll be better in that. You know what? Bjork's already assist heavy. He's got 14 assists, only 3 goals, shooting percentage of 3.9 on 77 shots. So what if we just reassigned his role to be a playmaker instead of a perimeter shooter? So I think I'll reassign Bjork's role. Instead of perimeter shooter, he'll be Gretzky's office. So I think we'll leave Misa unsigned for right now. I just want to see what happens with these lines. With all the changes we've made here, you have Kazda, Bjork, and Frundell. Then you have Yagi, Helenius, Florent, Carlson, Vic, and Nielsen, Benefield, Eichelberger, and Koch. Then you have Schaefer and DuPont, Hayden and Levshinov, and then Eliasson and Bowerman. And then on the power play, I also changed the power play lines. to Vic, Bjork, Kazda, Frundell, and DuPont, and then Yagi, Helenius, Florent, Schaefer, and Levshinov. So I think we'll simulate up until Korolev and Miller come back, and then we'll see where we're at in terms of not only our record, but also in terms of the cap situation. All right, Korolev is back, so we'll put him on the active roster. I will take off Benefield. He's suspended right now anyway. And I think I'm going to change Korolev's role to a dangler. And now Joe Miller is also back, so that's going to put us over the roster limit. So we're going to send Hommel down. Then let's get Miller back on the roster. There you go. And where does that put us on the salary cap? That puts us at 87.3 effectively. All right, we're on December 1st. We're 16, 14, and 4. So we're getting slightly better, but that wild card is still a ways away. And honestly, goaltending's been good. Goaltending's been really good this season. 909 save percentage for Knapp in 26 games played, and a 920 for Warner in 9 games played. But it's not like our goal scoring has been all that bad either. We're currently in the top half of the league, 17th overall, with 3.15 goals for per game, and that was much lower before last time I checked. So that's on the rise as of late. And then goals against per game, we're actually 13th in the league with a 3.09. Faceoffs, we're currently 31st in the league with a 48.6. Power play has gotten better. At least that used to be at a 10%. We're now at a 13.8. And penalty kill, 8th in the league, 86.1. And if you take a look at our schedule, we have some promising wins in there. Win 4-2 over St. Louis, a 6-3 win over Pittsburgh. Of course, there was a loss against New Jersey, 2-1 loss against Carolina. That was pretty close. 7-1 win over St. Louis. So we're clearly starting to get it together. But we just need to maintain consistency to be able to actually get into a playoff spot, right? And because I've been seeing improvement over the past couple of weeks, we will go ahead in the simulation up to January 1st and see what December brings us. Ugh, that's 4 one-goal losses in a row. 2-1 loss against Tampa, 3-2 loss against Vancouver, 3-2 loss against New Jersey, 4-3 loss against Cleveland. It's frustrating because I could tell like we're right there. We're like right on the brink of making a breakthrough, but it just doesn't seem to want to happen. All right, you know what? Chris Knobloch, take the lead. Take the reins with the lines. I just want to see what he does with these lines for the rest of the month. Oh my goodness. Stop this simulation. This team, man, I swear. We were on a pretty good run before. We had, towards the end of December, we had a 5-game winning streak. 6-3 win against Buffalo, 2-1 win, 2-1 win, 4-1 win, 5-0 win. And then that streak continued into January, 5-2 win over San Jose on January 1st. Then you have a 5-2 loss, 10-3 loss, 7-1 loss, 3-1 loss, 3-2 loss. It was that whole winning streak was negated. Yeah, this team's inconsistency is extremely frustrating, to say the least. And somehow Knapp and Warner's save percentages are not completely destroyed as of yet. 909 save percentage for Knapp and a 915 for Warner. Like, we're clearly seeing glimpses of what this team could be, like of how good this team can be. But then we just end up shooting ourselves in the foot and it's just completely negated. Oh man, look at this draft. The top 5 completely consists of goaltenders. Let's see these player stats. 43 points for Bjork in 53 games played. Helenius and Yagi with 41. 33 for DuPont. 30 for Schaefer. 29 for... You know what? Why not? We'll just go out and sign Misa. Just see what happens because we don't really have much else going for us right now. Something needs to change. Something needs to change at this point. Carlson, you've been useless. Let's shop you. And we get a 2nd round pick back from San Jose. That'll do. And now we'll approach Michael Misa with an offer. Let's see if we can get him down a little bit since there's not really anyone vying for him at the moment. Couldn't really get him down too much, only 4.25. And it seems we're currently slightly over the cap. Think I'll get rid of Koch. He's not been good. Think we'll just send him to Calgary because why not? They've been frequent trade partners before. So Cash Koch for 2 4th round picks from the Calgary Flames, offer trade. And actually that's not going to go through right away. We need to go through right away. So I might actually have to put him on waivers. Yeah, I have to put him on waivers. All right, that's fine. All right, so let's see what this team can do with Michael Misa in the lineup. And I can't complete this trade for whatever reason. So let's just force it because it was going to happen anyway. Look who's on waivers. Joshua Ravensbergen. He is not doing well so far this year for Montreal. It seems 884 save percentage. Man, this GM mode has been borderline comedic. Of course, Misa gets injured. Okay, it's not too bad. 1 to 2 weeks. And of course, Yagi's out as well. so he's done for the season. At this point, we're short on forwards, so I'm going to make a waiver claim from Colorado here. Craig Travers, 3-star ability at 24 years of age. He's only making roughly $1 million per year, so it shouldn't be too rough on the cap hit. So we will claim him. All right, well, on March 1st, 31, 28, and 8. I will be very surprised if we make the playoffs. I mean, if we go on a run, we could technically still make that second wild card, but I'm not optimistic about that, however. And it's so frustrating, too, because this team, at least on paper, should be very good. You have 5-star, 4.5-star, 4-star, 4-star, numerous 3.5 stars. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3.5-star players, 2 3-stars, and Travers and Misa. And then we've actually had some good goaltending this year for once, and Knapp and Werner, a 909 save percentage and a 916 save percentage, and we're still somehow struggling. Yeah, I think we're going to just go the rest of the season here. Because, I mean, you see how talented this team is on paper. This team should have no problem making the playoffs, but unfortunately that does not seem to be the case. So, I mean, let's just see what happens here this last stretch, but I'm not optimistic to say the least. Oh boy, Florent goes down. 1 to 2 months. Ugh. Well, we finished the season 42, 32, and 8, 6th in the division, 92 points. So unfortunately, we did not make the wild card. We weren't even close. We still 7 points out. And take a look at this. Starting with this game against Calgary, 5-1 win, 5-2 win, 5-1 win, 3-2 loss. That's the exception. 5-4 win, 4-3 win, 3-0 win. And then in April, 3-0 win, 3-1 win. So this is what I'm talking about. This team is so capable, but I don't understand why why we waited until now to go on a run when it was too late. It was already way too late by the time we decided to go on a run. This team, man, this team was so frustrating this year because it's obvious how much talent we have, right? Like how good it can be. And we saw glimpses of that where we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. And the one season where we actually get consistent goaltending from both goaltenders, Knapp and Werner, were actually very good. 911 save percentage, 914 save percentage. He even got 6 shutouts from Knapp. And we just could not, for whatever reason, stay consistent for the life of us. On defense, you have 55 points for Schaefer, 49 for DuPont, 43 for Levshinov, 26 for Eliasson, 23 for Bowman, 21 for Gunther and Hayden. And then at forward, you have Bjork with 74 points, 69 for Helenius, 48 for Florence, 47 for Vic, 46 for Kazda, 43 for Yagi in 60 games played, 40 for Korolev in 54, 37 for Frundell, 27 for Travers, 17 for Eichelberger, 16 for Miller and Misa, Nielsen with 15, Benefield with 7, and Hobble with nothing in 7 games played. Yeah, I think we're going to leave things off here. We'll save the offseason for the next one, because this has already been a very eventful episode. But before we end things off, I want to thank the channel members, Game Shows 2, Puddintain, and Ryan Q. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me, and I greatly appreciate it. So with that, I will leave you guys off here, and in the next one, we'll see what's next for the Hamilton Tigers.